The abbreviation dc5tog stands for double crochet 5 together. It creates what is called a bobble stitch, which is this little tuft of yarn over here. Now let me show you how to make it. You're going to start with your hook in front of the working yarn, tip of the hook facing you. You're going to do a yarn over, so bring the hook below and behind the working yarn. Now put the hook into the next available hole from the front to the back of the piece, so it looks like you have 4 strands of yarn on the hook. The hook is still in front of the working yarn, tip of the hook facing you. Yarn over again, so bring the hook below and behind the working yarn, and pull that yarn through only the first 2 loops on the hook. So now you've got 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again by bringing the hook below and behind the working yarn, and pull that yarn through only the first 2 loops on the hook. So now you are left with 2 loops on the hook. This is the first of the 5 double crochet stitches that you're going to be crocheting together. So to start the next one, yarn over again, and then put your hook into the hole, same hole as where you just made the first double crochet stitch. So in case you have trouble seeing that, it is the hole that this yarn traces back into. So if you look at the last loop that you just drew up on your hook, it goes through 2 other loops of yarn, and those loops of yarn trace back into this hole. That is the hole you're going to put your hook into. So it should look like, if you pushed all your yarn aside, you've got 5 loops on your hook now. So yarn over again and pull that yarn through just the first 2 loops on the hook. So you want to pull it through just the hole the hook just went into. And draw up a loop, so you've got 4 loops left on your hook. Yarn over again and pull that yarn through just the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Now let's repeat this again 3 more times, because we are doing 5 total double crochet stitches before we crochet them together. So yarn over again, stick your hook in the same exact hole as it has been going for all the other double crochet stitches. Yarn over, bring that yarn back through the hole that you just put the hook into. So now you have 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, bring that yarn through the first 2 loops on your hook. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. And by the way, if you ever lose count while you're making all these double crochet stitches, you know how many you've made, because you should have 1 more loop on your hook than the number of double crochet stitches you've completed. So I've completed 3, which is why I have 4 loops on my hook. So just to show you real quick how that math works, I just did a 4th one, and now I have 5 loops on my hook. Okay, so I need to double crochet 5 together. So by the end of it, I should have a total of 6 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to yarn over one last time, and this time I'm going to bring this yarn through all 6 loops on the hook. My tip here is try to move your hook nice and parallel, don't wiggle it around, so that you minimize the chance you'll accidentally drop any of those loops. So you're done when you only have 1 loop left on your hook. So this is what a bobble stitch looks like, and I just want to show you real quick what happens when you keep on crocheting and how you make it look puffy, because right now it's not puffy, and that's the whole reason why you make it, to make these little puffs of yarn. So when you crochet your next stitch, you're going to put your hook into the next available horizontal V, which is this one here. So I'm just going to do a few single crochet stitches so that you get a sense of what this will look like. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment. Look at what happened to my bobble stitch. It got all folded up and the bump is on the inside of my work. Chances are you actually want it to be on the outside of your work, so you just need to push it out. So now the little bump is on the outside of your work.